All right.
Check.
Yeah, you're coming in clean. I'm coming in clean.
All right. Let me give you a little more volume, just a touch.
Just a skosh.
Oh yeah, I think
Just
that's
a
nice.
skosh. Okay.
We want to be separate but equal on the recording channels.
Jesus.
Coming
We're
out
already getting
swinging.
started. Okay. Have we officially started? Let's start.
Yeah, we started. This
Okay.
is the Drive Time Podcast. I'm Alfred Barnes.
And I'm Parker Brown.
And this is the Drive Time Podcast.
You can tell how fucking professional we are. Dude, I met one of our fans. Or I didn't meet. I saw one of our fans last night.
Was it Haley Nelson?
I saw two of our fans last night. It was Ryan from Cellar Door. What's his last name? I forget.
Ryan Pickett?
Ryan Pickett.
Okay,
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
He fucking loves us. So shout out to Ryan Pickett.
Big shout out to Ryan Pickett.
Yeah.
He's legitimately, unironically, one of my favorite comedians. Oh, shit, I turned in the wrong spot, didn't I? No, I didn't.
No,
I'm
you're
right.
good. You're good. You're good.
He's unironically, he has
He's
the most ridiculous delivery style, and he's awesome. And I knew he was listening to it because we have one listener who doesn't live on listen on Spotify. They listen on Anchor, and he puts his podcast out through Anchor.
Really?
Yeah, he puts his out through Anchor, and that's who we use to put our stuff on Spotify. Feel free to sponsor us, Anchor. Got the balls to ask for a sponsor that early, but I was like, that's definitely Ryan Pickett when I saw. Well, yeah, so 96% of our listeners here. Let's start this podcast off by going through the stats. I can pull it up for you here.
Yeah, definitely driving, doing a podcast, and looking at statistics on your phone. This is a recipe for success. If there are any children watching, be gay, do drugs, and do crime, okay? Your parents are idiots. Let me tell you that again. Your parents are jealous of you, and they want you to fail so that they look better by comparison.
That is
Don't
true.
listen to them.
This podcast is already illegal by default. Like that's now we're like,
is that our tagline? Illegal by default.
I've been saying it. I feel like it's kind of tight.
Yeah. That's a pretty good tagline.
But yeah. So here's the deal. We've got 33 plays. Right?
Really?
33 plays across 2 episodes.
I mean, I shouldn't sound so surprised. I mean, when you put out quality content,
yeah,
like a podcast made while you're driving to a comedy show.
In the last 7 days, we've had 12 unique listeners.
Hell yeah.
It was up to 13 at one point, so we lost one already, which is tough. But
how do you lose a unique listener?
I don't know, especially considering our podcast has barely been out for that amount of time. But what's weird, right, our second episode got 15 plays, right? So that means the first one got 18 plays. But our average plays per episode is 11.
None of this makes sense.
We have 2 episodes, and the second one has less than half of the plays. So I don't understand from a mathematical standpoint. But here, I'll pull up the our audience, and you can break down what kind of people are listening to our pod there, Parker.
Let's see. All right, we got
Where do I turn?
left, I think. Don't you have the directions on?
Yeah, it's in the bottom right corner of the phone.
Oh, no, you go straight.
holding.
Go straight.
Oh, go straight.
Oh,
Okay.
go straight. Yeah.
That was close.
Okay. Also,
Remember, guys, we are driving.
I like your background is your beautiful fiance.
Jackie teetering. You closed the thing.
I didn't try to. What's it under?
It's in the second to top right bubble, and it's the purple one. So the second to top right bubble. So see how there's like a cluster of bubbles in the second to top right? People are going to love this listening at home.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Anchor.
Right. There we go.
And then click the one that says audience. There it says overview and audience at the top.
I got you.
All
Okay.
right.
Everyone, we only have United States listeners.
Good.
USA!
Good.
USA! Okay, cool. Platforms, mostly on Spotify.
Right, like I said, Ryan Pickett listening on Anchor. Shout out to a real one.
96% Spotify, 4% on Anchor.
Good.
We got some age demographics here.
All right.
0 to 17, how many people do you think, Al?
0 to 17, I'm thinking none.
Yep, none at all. No
Nice.
children listen to this. So that part where I was saying don't listen to your parents.
We don't have to worry about that.
We don't have to worry about that. We can keep that in.
Yeah.
18 to 22, the youth, the people that are having the most fun right now.
I'm going to say 6%.
None.
All right. Fuck them.
None at all.
There's Gen Zs.
Gen Z that can drink. Fuck you. We got 23 to 27.
I think that's going to be a big chunk. I think we're looking at 40%.
33%.
33%.
A third of people. That's our age demographic, too. So that makes sense.
That was probably me. I probably did a lot of that listening back because I'm a narcissist.
28 to 34.
Oh, guys, watch out. We got a train crossing right
Oh,
now. Exciting
train-
news on the Drive Time
Train
podcast.
alert. Doot, doot. All right, yeah, we got to come up with, like, when we see certain
Yeah.
shit. If we see an accident, what do we do on the podcast? Do we...
I feel like we need, like, some air horns. And like, "Brr, brr, brr,
Yeah.
brr. You're a dumb bitch driver.
Yeah. And then if we have to get into an accident to end the season.
I
or
was
whatever.
honestly thinking
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
earlier
we
today.
got to do that. We got to find a way. Okay.
Looks
So
like
28 to
taking a
30.
right.
Yeah, left. 20.
Sorry, I'm dyslexic. But
28 to 34 is about half of the people.
okay.
So those are older, depressed comedians
Right.
are listening
Where
to
the
this
fuck
podcast.
is this turn? Oh, it's right here.
We're
Jesus
here,
Christ.
yeah,
In the shadows.
in the shadows. And then weirdly, we have 45 to 59, 23%. So that's definitely just our parents listening or something
Yeah,
like that.
100%.
Yeah. So shout out to Ma Dukes, and 60 plus. No one at the Old Funk's home is listening. Left of this stop sign, BT Dubs. Okay, and then this is the real breakdown. Male, 77%. Okay.
That's honestly lower than I thought it was going to be. I knew we had one female listener, but I thought we were going to only have one female listener.
Female, 23%.
Nice.
If we have 33 views,
Jeez.
that's at least 6 different women have tuned into the podcast.
No, we only have 12 listeners, though.
Oh. That's 2.5 women exactly are listening to the podcast. So, ladies, just by the way, I am single. If you're having a good time, you think I'm funny, email my agent. I don't have an agent. All right, I'm going to give this back to you so that you can drive. That's our demographic breakdown.
Yeah.
Can we buy, like, the premium and get, like, what race and, like, what religion and shit people are? Or...
I can tell you right now it's all white. We are not polling well.
I want to see how we're doing amongst the Muslim population, though.
I mean, I think it depends what, like, country they hail from.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
You think so?
Yeah.
What if they?
Like, in certain countries, they don't let in certain Muslim dominant countries, they don't let women drive. So they're not listening to or maybe they are listening to Drive Time
Well, that's a good
to
question.
live vicariously through us. They're like, whoa, listen to that train crossing.
Yeah. Well, this is the question: is in Muslim countries, like heavy Sharia law countries,
Mm-hmm.
can women listen to podcasts?
That's a good question.
Do they like murder mystery podcasts?
Well,
Do they like the same?
Good news, all of our listeners are in America, so we don't have to worry about that. Thank God for these demographics.
You know what I was thinking the other day is, I saw some statistic that men will sleep with a trans woman more than women will sleep with trans men.
Really?
Have
I
you
don't
seen
understand what the fuck is happening here at all.
have you seen something similar? Or do you?
Sorry,
or,
repeat that statistic.
oh yeah. Sorry.
The lanes are confusing me.
Okay, we got. I found this surprising because I thought women would be more accepting of trans people than
Right.
men. You know what I mean? But men will have sex with a trans woman. Like the percentage of men that say they'll have sex with a trans woman is higher than the percentage of women that say they'll have sex with a trans man.
I think men are more likely to like fetishize stuff.
Okay.
If I had to guess, because you get going down that porn rabbit hole. Next thing you know.
Oh yeah, but no. But
Yeah.
here's what I was thinking. Okay, if men are more accepting of trans people than women, you know what I mean?
Right.
We got to get women more accepting. So I think there needs to be the first trans serial killer. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I think
Because that will get the women interested in them. You know?
that's a good pitch. I like that a lot.
Because Dahmer came out.
Yeah.
Suddenly, bitches love guys with creepy glasses. You know what I mean?
know.
He, as a guy that kind of has creepy glasses,
Right.
Dahmer like put us on a pedestal. You know?
I know. Harry Potter set you back 6 years.
Harry Potter set us back because Daniel Radcliffe is a good-looking guy, but he's not a guy you want to fuck. You know what I mean?
Correct. You feel safe with Daniel
You
Radcliffe.
feel safe, you know, but do you want to fuck people that are safe?
No.
Well, probably, actually. I don't
yes.
know.
Yes. But no, you want danger. You want a leather jacket,
You
not a
want-
cloak of invisibility.
You don't want a leather jacket. You want a jacket made out of human skin.
Right.
which is what
Enter Jeffrey Dahmer.
enter Jeffrey Dahmer. So if we had like the first trans serial killer, I think
I like it.
the sex appeal will
No.
go up
That makes sense to me.
for women.
I agree. I wonder if there's like that specific category of pornography.
What?
Trans serial killer.
Well, I think that's a little hard to fill, Mal.
Yeah, you
I
could
could be
probably.
wrong.
I don't know, man. There's some crazy shit out there on the dark web.
Have you been?
No, but I know like a lot of my fellow classmates in like middle school are watching beheading videos. So I feel like if that's out there, there's probably trans man porn where they're murdering people.
It's always, speaking of beheading videos, just to let you all know, to test the audio before the show, Al, instead of going check, check, he starts singing like what they do with the beheading videos, you know? I can't even do it, but
I just gotta get. You gotta test the different volumes
It has-
and stuff. You
it-
can't just go check check
Yeah,
because I don't know how loud I'm gonna be on the mic. I gotta go check check. Then I go hey, all right,
yeah,
like
yeah.
all kinds of different stuff, like a Tuscan Raider or something. But
Also, isn't Tuscany in Italy?
yeah,
Are these Tuscan Raiders Italians?
no, they're raiding the Italians.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's off screen. There are a bunch of dudes making pizza, and then it's like,
You a Star Wars fan?
yes. I don't like the sequels though. They can suck my cock.
Yeah, I was not huge on the latter films. I don't think that's a crazily unpopular opinion.
Well, I didn't watch. I watched like episode 1, 2, and 3 when I was younger because they were coming out.
Yeah,
you
I
know
saw
what
them
I mean?
in theaters.
Yeah, and then like I loved them as a kid. I thought the lightsaber fights were super cool. But then you watch episode 4 and you're like, oh shit, this is actually like a way better movie though overall. You know?
Yeah, but then when you get to the sequels, you're like, oh, this isn't a good movie and also does not have good lightsaber fights.
Exactly.
So there's no redeeming quality.
And the music isn't as good.
Also, the big reveal in the end of that one, they're like, guess what? You're related to somebody. It's like, oh, sick. That's the big reveal in all the movies.
Oh yeah, it's always bloodlines and relatives, and people are like midichlorians ruined the series.
Yeah.
I can just ignore that. You know what I mean? You know what I can't ignore?
What's
A
that?
female protagonist. I'm like, get that? No. It's like Ray, more like I got nothing. Ray, I feel like you should be able to make a joke, but
Yeah.
I got nothing.
It's
no.
all good. It's all good, Parker. They don't all have to hit.
Okay.
It's the Drive Time
It's a
podcast.
drive time podcast.
We're trying to avoid
Okay.
collisions.
Stop yelling at me.
Okay.
Okay.
This is getting heated.
It's getting heated in the drive. It like literally is getting heated. Like you got your heat on.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
It's
but
a little toasty, but I like it.
I don't want to turn the air on because it'll make more background noise. So we're definitely not going to be able to do this in the summer.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
we'll have to backlog a
we
couple
have the
episodes.
windows down and just like shh, trans people. Shh. Fucking.
People are honking in the background. I like it.
Yeah. I did a joke. How do you feel about this? I did a joke last night, and it went so poorly that it got booed. Have you ever gotten booed before? It wasn't like the whole crowd booed, but like 1 or 2 people were booing because they didn't like my joke.
So I said something. I can't remember. I've walked one person I walked 2 people when I was hosting, which is you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
But I don't. It was like a joke that I had where I was talking about somebody good and they like booed it or something. Maybe it was like my Anne Frank joke. I was like, "What do you guys think about Anne Frank?" And they were like, "Boo!" I was like, "What?
Yeah.
What?" But no. What was the joke? Let's hear it for the cast.
It's a pretty offensive joke. I'm not gonna lie, but I
alright.
stand by it. I stand by it.
Okay.
It's I think I texted it to you. It's 5% of teachers are pedophiles. You know,
Right.
that's 1 in 20. Now, if you want to do some scary math, think roughly how many teachers did you have throughout all of your schooling? It's about 20, right?
Yeah, at
like
least.
about 20. I guess you weren't as cute as a kid as you thought you were. And like people did not like that joke at all. And I get it. I mean, it's a pedophile joke. I thought those were still okay.
Yeah.
I know you can't do rape jokes, but I thought, pedophile jokes, especially if it's a teacher. I always think female teacher too,
Yeah.
which, you know,
See, I don't do like crazy dark jokes, but I wrote a pretty dark joke this morning.
okay.
It's
What is
so I this is a true story, the first part at least. But I dated a girl in high school when I was like 15, and she told me like right after we started dating that she tried to kill herself after her last boyfriend broke up with her.
Oh
Which
my
is
God.
a crazy amount of pressure to
Yeah.
put on a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I wanted to be like, or, you know, so I dumped her the next day, which isn't super far from the truth. but so I was like, fuck that. I'm not dealing with that. So I dumped her. And then I was going to be like, don't worry. She was at school the next day. Well, I don't know if she was at school, but they talked about her on the announcements or something,
Jesus.
something like that.
Hell yes.
But no, honestly, that's one of those weird situations where you're like, they don't kill yourself, and you're like, that's good.
Yeah,
but you're
yeah.
also like, did I mean nothing to you? You tried for the last guy.
Can
What
you
the
at least
fuck?
like cut yourself a
Yeah,
little bit?
yeah, or at least like leave a letter, like Christ.
Or start listening to Papa Roach more
Yeah.
or something? I don't know. Dude, it is weird listening back to some of those kind of emo-er bands that
Oh,
like
yeah, big
you
time.
completely unironically liked. Like I
Yeah.
still like Linkin Park, but like
They were sad.
there's some irony to it too, where it's like crawling in my skin. These wounds, you know what I mean? It's like
Chester Bennington was not British,
Yeah,
but okay.
oh, sorry.
What you say weird
Hey,
on
we
here?
got ill, isn't it?
Isn't it?
These wounds ain't healing, isn't it?
All right. New drive time rule. Every time we speak with a British accent, we drive on the opposite side of the road.
All right. Well, since we're on a 6-lane highway, are you gonna hop the median or whatever?
Yeah, we're
or-
gonna have to make some progress.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But no, it's just weird. Like, you like these things unironically, and I feel like kids these days don't have that. Like, most of the pop songs are like pretty upbeat. You know, there's nothing playing that's like, you know, I walk this lonely road. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
I feel like it's making a comeback though, with like, because maybe not a comeback, but I feel like MGK is trying to like bring back that kind of emo pop punk kind of vibe. Unsuccessfully, in my opinion, but he's making an attempt. He did have the vocalist for "Bring Me the Horizon" on a song.
Oh
though,
my
so
god, dude! Bring Me the Horizon is the worst one.
Here's
That's
the deal.
the worst one, dude.
Here's the deal. I never liked that band, and like two or 3 weeks ago, I was like, I've never really listened to them that much.
Yeah.
And I don't like most of their music, but objectively, none of their albums have been bad.
Oh my god.
They're for what they are, for the genre that they fall into, they're all good.
You
I
like
just
the
don't-
same music as 14-year-old sad women.
I
just
didn't
so
say
you
I
know.
liked it. I'm just saying
Oh.
objectively, it's not bad.
How
But
is it
They
not
do have some
bad?
bangers, but they have some cringy songs. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. That's what kind of made me think about it. Is like their biggest song is called "Can You Feel My Heart," and
Oh my god.
you know, it's like, "Can you fix a broken? Can you feel my heart?" So it's like
Damn.
very, yeah.
All right,
and then they
I-
got like synthesizers, like beep beep beep.
You want to
beep.
tell you something? Is I like know in my head that that's bad, but I
Right.
also did just feel like a tingle in my gooch a little
Yeah,
bit.
you got
like,
to.
Like I don't know. Maybe I want to fuck the lead singer of Bring Me the Horizon or something.
Maybe he's British, handsome.
Oh, is he British?
He is
it?
On the other side of the fucking road. Oh man, but I had an odd experience last night. I was coming back from Cellar Door. Interestingly enough, Parker and I both did Cellar Door, but did not see each other because I
'Cause
got there a lot
yeah.
later. But I stopped at 7-Eleven, and they have 2 cookies for $1. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm getting 2 cookies
Yeah.
for $1. Just a little treat before I get home.
Yeah.
Because I
Treat yourself.
Yeah, you gotta treat yourself.
You
we
work
treat
hard.
ourselves on the Drive Time podcast.
You work hard.
I work hard.
You do what you got to do.
Yeah. But so I get it. He goes $1, and I don't have any cash on me, so I go to pay with a card. And this guy was so ignorant about the fact that I paid with a card. First off, he takes like 10 minutes to get to the register. He's hobbling on up.
Okay.
His eyes are pointing different directions. He got
Oh.
like 3 teeth. You know, the night crew at 7-Eleven.
Okay, but where else is he supposed to work? You know what I mean?
Fair. I don't know.
Those
And,
people got to
you know,
work.
on set of the Goonies, something. But fucking
Jesus Christ. Hell yeah.
But no, so he waddles up and he goes, "Oh, the last of the generation of big spenders." It looks at me.
Oh my God.
And then he says, "You really don't have cash on you?" then I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. Like I just gotta let it
Yeah.
slide off my back. I was tired.
Dick's last resort
Yeah.
of 7-Elevens?
Honestly. But then I'm walking out, and there was a female custodian in there. I guess I don't have to specify female, but I think it helps the story.
Okay.
But and I know she's a custodian because she definitely worked at the high school I went to because she got the same uniform on. I recognize it because I was filling out an application. But I'm walking out, and I hear him shit-talking me to this woman. He's
That
like,
guy-
oh my God, the credit card company's gonna be so pissed. I don't know why that guy had to pay with cash. I was like, what the fuck?
What do you mean the credit card company's going to be so
I don't
pissed?
know. I guess there's like,
They just charge you a percentage of the transaction.
right. Well, apparently $1 is not enough. Which, interestingly enough, though, I kind of have a theory. They stopped carrying Arizona sweet teas a couple months ago at 7-Elevens.
Ooh, really?
I think it has something to do with that. People are putting, dollar charges.
They're putting it on
the
the card.
Yeah.
Well, it's because half these places don't take cash now. You know?
Yeah.
A lot of these restaurants, especially down in Fells, are cashless, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Like,
Yeah.
if I go to like buy something, I have to be allowed and you sell it to me.
Right.
I have to be able to pay you in cash.
Yeah.
Like that's
it's
like it's
legal
on the money.
tender.
It's on the money. All debts public and private.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what that means. I don't know what the difference between a public debt and a private debt is, but
Well, I feel like maybe they got away with it a little bit during COVID because it
Yeah.
was like hands-free or whatever.
Yeah.
And but I don't know why you would do that. Like, it's faster, especially if people don't like tip or like if they don't need change. Like, cash is just faster than paying with a card most of the time, I feel.
oh well, especially if you're eating at a restaurant, you can just leave if you just leave the right
Yeah.
amount of cash. And if they're busy, that can save you like 15, 20 minutes. Because when the servers got you, I was a bartender for many, many years,
Yeah.
but I was the same way. When you got their money, they're fed, you don't, they're on the bottom of the list of things
Right.
shit for you to do, you know?
Right, and I guess like what happens if you're at one of these places that is cashless and you leave cash on the table? Are they going to be like, guess we didn't get paid?
Yeah, I mean, they can't do anything. They can't.
Yeah.
They can't do anything. Even though I don't know if we talked about this. I'm trying to find a new place to live. It's
Right.
hell.
It's
It's hell. It's literally hell. I almost recorded a little skit about it, which I still might do.
You should.
But these fucking first off, they have a $25 application fee
What?
for every place. Every single place you want to. And so I go, when I started, I went on Zillow, and it's like $20 for 3 months. You don't have any application fees. And I was like, okay, that sounds worth it. Then all the places that I found on Zillow, they're like, oh, no, we don't take Zillow's application. You have to apply in person. And I'm like,
Dang.
first off, apply in person, which is fucking stupid.
Are these like apartment complexes?
Yeah.
Got it.
And these places, their hours, some of them are open on the weekends. I get it. Some of these places are open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and you have to apply in person. And it's like, when the fuck are you supposed to go?
Right.
If you're working, 9 to 5, are you supposed to take off work to tour an apartment? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah, that's
job is going to be like,
ridiculous.
oh, yeah, we totally understand. Am I supposed to take a day off just to tour your shitty apartment? Like, I don't know. And then they have the gall, $25
The gall.
application fee. They don't accept cash or credit card.
Oh, jeez.
You have to do check, which I'm like, okay, I don't have checks.
Also,
or
check
a
is
money
the worst
order.
one. You could a
Yes,
check can bounce.
You can bounce a check.
Maybe
Dude,
that's a test. Maybe it's to see
it's
if
like
it
an
can bounce.
honesty test.
No, it'll see if the check bounces because if you're, it's a little for the payments.
They can like a credit card. You can just be charging
Yeah.
that for money you don't have, but a check you has to actually. Well,
Although cash, you can have cash. So
and
I
this
don't-
one place I went to, it listed on their thing. They're like, yeah, we only take money order, and I'm like, on the application it says check or money order, and the person argued with me for 5 minutes, and she's like, well, the procedure I've always done has always been money order. I'm like, I don't even know what a money order is.
I have no idea how to do a money
What
order.
is a money
I
order?
feel like you could get them at Walmart though.
I think you have to. It told me you have to go to the post office. I'm like, the post office is closed, ma'am. It's a weekend, and it says you can use a check. These places just have the gall.
I feel like they're like, we're going to use words you don't know in
Yeah.
places where you don't know where they are and just try to confuse you out of renting from us. Maybe it's maybe they're trying to vet out all the young folk. They're like, we just want like some 40-year-old dude here.
No, I mean some of these places like had like horrible people living at them. I could tell. I could just tell.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can just tell that like I don't know. And I don't know. I'm not trying to find like the nicest place either, but I also don't want to live like in like a rat infested dump,
Right.
you know? And it's just I don't know. I don't know how people do it. A lot of these apartments for like a 1-bedroom, it's like $1,500 to $2,000 a month.
Jesus.
And I'm like, who is buying that in this economy? I mean, who can pay $2,000 a month for rent?
I certainly can. I mean, me and Jackie, the last place we were living at was $1,500 a month, and that was tough.
Well, you're splitting that between
Yeah.
two people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it must be couples that are there, but
Yeah.
like, what do you do if maybe you're bad at talking to women?
That's
what are you
true.
supposed to do? Do I have to be good at talking to women to live at a place?
That's fucked up.
Oh.
That's probably ableist.
That's ableist.
Yeah.
Lack of game should be a disability. I should get to park in the fucking handicap spot.
Yeah.
People are like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm just like, do you want to see my Star Wars collection? And they're like, "Oh, okay. He can't talk to women."
It's like the eye test, but,
yeah.
but for a game. You're like, all right, we're gonna bring in this attractive woman here and go.
So, I do stand-up comedy. He's too far off the charts. He's off the chart.
Put him in a home.
Put him in a yeah. All right, the final thing, and I'll end this rant too. That is like a complete bitch move. All of these people list 1-bedroom apartments on Zillow and Apartment Finder and Craigslist.
Right.
And like you call them up and you're like, "Hey, can I take a tour of the apartment?" And as like you call them up and they're like, "Oh, well actually it's not a 1-bedroom. I own it. I'm just renting out the spare room." And I'm like, "Okay, well why the fuck did you list it as a 1-bedroom then?"
Yeah, it's not a 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
It's 1 bedroom.
Yeah, exactly.
That's different.
And that shit should be illegal.
Yeah.
I've considered like burning some of these places down.
I like that. No,
just
I
to teach them a lesson. Just kidding.
I know.
If there are any cops listening,
Yeah.
this is a comedy podcast. We're playing a character
Yeah, and not driving.
and not driving.
But I know my friend Dakota, who you know, he like rented the basement of somebody's house, but it was like a separate
Entrance.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you entered through the back.
I could do that.
Yeah.
And then just have like, I don't know, a little like electric stove or something that you buy at Walmart for like
Yeah,
$40.
there was like a kitchen in the basement, like it wasn't like a full kitchen or anything, but there's a cooktop, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's all you need.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a lot of baking.
Really, you're not a big baker.
I'm not a big baker. My mom's a big
Whoa.
baker though.
Some kind of blanket in the road, guys.
I
Watch
think
out.
that was a yeah.
If you're taking exit 7A, get on to 295.
Oh, I
There's
forgot
some-
we have to give traffic
Yeah,
updates.
no, there was a guy with his turn signal on for like a mile back there, but I didn't want to interrupt you. It was killing me. Wouldn't merge, but he had his turn signal on.
If you see a guy with his turn signal on for
Fucking
too
hit
many
him.
times, fucking hit their car.
Oh, speaking of us telling people to hit people, our first story, listeners, our first story that we posted on our Instagram page, which is Drive Time Podcast, got flagged for inciting violence. And
How did
removed.
it incite violence?
I don't know. It was just a screenshot of the podcast, and it said taken down for inciting violence. I contested it, but I don't think they've gotten back to me.
Look at these two motherfuckers. Oh wait, never mind.
Hell
I thought I have terrible eyesight.
You're
that's,
good.
That's I really
Yeah.
shouldn't be driving.
Yeah, maybe yeah, I'm driving. Damn, how bad is your eyesight? Maybe I should do the traffic
Wait,
updates.
so this plastic wheel doesn't actually that you put
No,
in front of me
no.
doesn't. Wow.
I just I gave that. But yeah, so we're already in hot water on our social media.
Jesus
It was
Christ.
before I had even made our first post, which I made earlier today.
Listen, I
But-
mean, maybe we're getting into fuck. What's that movie called where they can like see the future and they arrest you for crimes
Oh, I
before
don't
you
know.
commit them? Oh, I can't remember. It has Tom Cruise in it, but
That sounds like a classic. I love Tommy Cruise.
it is a good one.
But yeah, listeners, I said it, but if you want to follow us on Drive Time Podcast on Facebook and
Drive
Instagram,
time
just to stay updated.
podcast.
Or yeah, we do need to come up with like an intro or a theme song or something.
Well, we got to record our own. We're musicians.
We are multi-talented musicians.
multi-talented musicians, even though we never mix music and comedy because that is made
Correct.
by Satan.
Yeah, that is a sin.
Yeah. Mixing music and comedy is just shitty music and shitty comedy, in my opinion.
I agree with that. But yeah, I was messing around. I sent it to you, listeners. I sent him. Use that DALL-E app. The
DALL-E.
It's an artificial intelligence
yeah.
paint thing or whatever. Like it makes art based off of what you put in.
I think this is a good topic. How do you feel about the whole AI art thing?
So I think AI art is cool. But like people are nervous that, or like they don't like it when you use it because they're like, oh, you could buy that off of an actual artist
For $300.
Yeah, here's the deal. I can't afford that. Like,
yeah.
So I would love to support local art. I have in the past. I bought T-shirts and stuff from artists and stuff. But at the same time, I can't pay you what you deserve. And
It's
like,
true.
Sure, if they start doing AI comedy, it'll probably piss me off.
Oh,
But-
it's totally coming too. Well, as soon as they can like do deep fakes, like I don't think they'll ever be able to do AI live comedy, but
Yeah.
people are gonna start using AI to like write their jokes and shit.
oh, for sure.
I've already tried doing it. It wasn't very good, but
yes.
I tried it. I was like, write me some stand up, and it was like pretty bad, but it's just gonna get better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, on the one of the marketing websites that I use for generators, you could do like AI copywriting for like marketing, and it comes up with.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like not great, but it's like a decent outline.
It's like a springboard kind of.
Yeah, if you're like what are 10 great ways to lose weight? It'll be like losing weight is a challenge. For you to lose weight, you need to do this, and then it'll like list stuff out, and like it's honestly like not horrible. Maybe I
That's
should.
crazy.
Yeah, maybe I should see if we can do an AI podcast so we don't have to record
Oh
it.
my God! Yes, dude, we got to be innovators.
Yeah, we're gonna be the first AI podcast.
The first
Speaking
AI
of innovators,
podcast.
I mean, we're already innovating with the Drive
Yeah,
Time
yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
But yeah, we've released 2 episodes, and look, I'm not a huge fan of the Joe Rogan Experience, but Shane Gillis and Matt McCusker were on it, so I
Yeah.
had to listen. Like 20 minutes into the podcast, he's like, "You know what somebody should do? Is like set up a camera and record a podcast while they're driving."
Yeah.
I was like, "Joe, now everybody's gonna do it."
Also, they already did that. It's called Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. They already fucking did that.
That's true, but that's a TV show.
Okay. Well, what's the difference between a TV show and a podcast?
The visual aspect.
Yeah.
Unless we make it a visual
yeah.
asset. Also, they don't hold microphones. So
Yeah,
are
they
they
don't
really
have
comedians
to.
in cars? Or is it people who do comedy sitting in a car having a discussion? If you're not holding a microphone.
I
you're-
watched Norm's Comedian in Cars Getting Coffee.
Oh, it's incredible. When he talks about the Bill Cosby thing.
Oh,
it's
my
so
favorite is
the hypocrisy.
yeah. Well, that's it. That's my favorite bit of his.
Yeah.
Because that's like one of his stand-up bits. But when he's talking about Columbo,
Yeah.
she was Daddy's little girl.
She was a hooker.
She was a hooker. God.
Incredible.
How are we looking at time? How far away are we?
We got 39 minutes. We're doing pretty good.
Hell yeah. What time does the mic start?
It starts at Comic calls at 7:55. They'll give away your spot if you're not there by then. So
Are we going to make it?
Yeah, we're gonna get there at 7:31.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, traffic was a little backed up. See, I never know when like the rush hour is gonna like kind of end because it's kind of spotty when you're driving
Oh,
around DC.
it's totally, it doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
Because like last Thursday when I picked you up, it was fucking, or like two Thursdays ago, it was no
I thought
traffic
we
at
went
all.
Wednesday. No, was that a Thursday?
Maybe it was a Wednesday.
Okay.
Whenever it was.
Yeah.
No, it was a Thursday because I edited it on Friday and put it out on Saturday.
Makes sense.
But there was no traffic driving to pick you up. But then today, it was fucking bumper to bumper the whole way down to your place.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And like I had the exact opposite. I drive in and out of the city every single day.
Right.
And sometimes you can go in at like you can be driving at 7:30 in the morning and there's traffic on 83. And then other times you can be driving like at 8:45 and there's nothing. And it just doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh,
you
dude,
know?
I've gotten on fucking 695. I've gotten stuck in traffic at like 11 at night.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That sucks.
I actually that's what happened to the right side of my car. I was coming back from a music festival in Baltimore, and I was like, I came up and like there was just gridlock traffic, and I didn't see it coming because I was trying to let the guy to my right. There was a truck to my right, and it had
Yeah.
a chain dragging on the ground. I was trying to give him a heads up.
Yeah.
I looked over. I looked forward. Traffic's locked up, so I ended up running into the truck.
Oh my god.
That was kind of a crazy experience.
Was it his fault or your fault?
No, it was my fault.
Oh, okay.
So I saw the car and I knew I wasn't going to brake in time, but I saw there was a little gap ahead of the truck, and I thought I might be able to make it, so I floored it and stuffed it through.
Yeah.
And he caught me a little bit, obviously. But so I like take the next exit because obviously I got to talk to this fella.
Yeah.
Actually, my buddy Nick was in the passenger seat. His arm was hanging out the window, barely pulled it in.
Oh
inside.
my God,
I
dude.
could have had a Def Leppard drummer like that. Dude, it was so close. But we pull off the exit and we like pull in. It was like, you know, like La Quinta Hotel
Yeah.
or whatever, you know, one of those. And he like pulls in behind me and blocks me in with his truck, right? And he's on the phone with the police. Right?
Oh, already?
Yeah.
He just went straight to 10.
Yeah. So what happened is he thought that I had hit that white car as well, the car that was in front of me.
Oh, okay.
And so he thought I was doing a hit and run.
Yeah.
Right? So he follows me off. He blocks me and he's on the phone with the cops. And I walk into his window. I was like, "Sup?" And he like rolls it down. He's like, "I'm on the phone with the cops." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "'Cause you hit that white car." I was like, "No, I didn't." And he goes, "Oh," and just hangs up on the cops. Just hangs up on him.
Doesn't even say bye.
Right? And
Yeah.
I was worried at first, right? Because I hit
Yeah.
somebody. I was like, fuck, this is going to be expensive. My
Yeah.
insurance is going to go up. I get out of my car. His car is dented to shit and riddled with bullet holes. This
Oh
truck.
my God.
Riddled with bullet holes. And I turned to my friend. I was like, "Oh, we're getting out of this. Fine."
Yeah.
So I'm talking to him, blah, blah, blah. He's like, "Yeah, I got a shop down the road. I can fix your car for you." I was like, "No, I'm not going to do that." He's like, "It's right down this road." And it is the scariest looking road I've seen in my life. Like windy, foggy Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
shit, right? The original Scooby-Doo, not the new Velma. But,
Yeah. Curses to that show.
yeah,
Curses.
Yeah, but so he's like, "I can fix it." I was like, "No." And I was like, "Look, man, I don't want to give in my insurance. How about I give you all the money in my wallet and we'll call it even?" And he goes, "Fine." I look at my wallet. I got like $250 in there. I was like, "I'm not giving this guy $250. So I was like, "How about 40?" And I gave him $40 and just left. And
Was he cool with it?
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah. Well, because, yeah, I mean, you're not going to do any damage to his fucking truck either.
Yeah,
you know
it was
what I
already
mean?
beat to shit.
Yeah.
Like, and like all the damage to my car was just his front tire. Like that's
That's
it just
crazy.
smeared. There's like a circle on my door.
Was your car, like, drivable, though?
I'm still driving and I never got it fixed.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, 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 wow.
It's the
Okay.
Drive Time podcast.
That's true. That's
Talking-
true.
But yeah, so I just left. That was the end of it. That was it. Kind of
Well,
wild.
I'll tell you this. You were talking about the new Scooby-Doo show?
Yeah.
They did have... I did see one, like, really funny joke on there.
Okay.
There was this joke where they said white people are bad.
Oh yeah, no.
And I was like, oh, my God, you can't say that, dude.
So here's the
Dude,
thing.
you can't say that.
So here's the thing. It's like written by what's her name, Mindy Kaling.
Mindy Kaling, who I like.
She's
from
funny.
The Office.
She's
Yeah,
hilarious. She's
funny.
a great writer. She wrote a lot of the stuff on The Office. Her and I think BJ Novak like both
Yeah.
wrote a lot of stuff on there. So it's like she's a great writer, but I do kind of wonder if maybe with these shows where they're like, "Look at us, we're diversifying the cast,
Yeah.
aren't we hip?" Maybe they just focus on that and don't work on the writing so much because they're like, "Oh, if people get mad, we'll just say that they're racist." And
That's
then-
what they did with the new Lord of the Rings.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's
The-
they came out with the Lord of the Rings TV show,
Right.
And it doesn't make any sense. And they paid like $250 million. This is what's fucked up. I don't know how much Lord of the Rings lore do you know?
Little to none. I've only seen one of the movies.
Okay, well I'm not super into it, but I hang out with people that are super into it, so I'm gonna parrot the information I know.
Mom,
There's this.
I don't do drugs, but I know a guy who's doing drugs, and I'm scared.
Kind of.
All right.
Also, we're starting to run into some traffic. If you're near Fort Meade,
Yeah, things are slowing up a little
things
bit.
are slowing up. Be careful out there. But so there's this book called The Silmarillion, which
Okay.
is basically like it's like a Bible. It's like a religious text almost
Okay,
that takes place before the Lord of the Rings
got it.
and The Hobbit. And basically what happened was in one of the drafts of The Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien put like this appendix at the back that had all of these like definitions of words that like slightly built the lore out.
Right.
But the Silmarillion is like where all the actual shit is. So Amazon paid $250 million, not for the rights to the Silmarillion, but for the rights to like the tiny appendix at the back of one of the Lord of the Rings books, and there's a ton of shit in there. It's like hobbits. You know, one of the biggest parts of Lord of the Rings.
Right. There's a book called The Hobbit.
There's
I
a
don't know
book
if you
called
knew
The
that.
Hobbit. They can't use hobbits because they're not in the appendices of the book. They call them half-foots.
Aren't hobbits like a quarter of the characters,
Yes,
at least?
they're the main characters in all of the books. The main characters are the hobbits. But yeah, but no, they just made. I don't know how interesting this is gonna be, but they just made like Galadriel this like badass fighter, which was cool. But she's supposed to be like 700 years old by the time all these events are taking place, and it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I got you. So, old women, what's the deal with that?
What's the deal with old women?
Yeah. This is a hard transition, but I was thinking, like, I was trying to figure out this joke. Like, you know how a buckle bunny is a girl who fucks cowboys, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I knew
so-
a badge bunny is a girl who fucks cops.
Okay, so that's a great example. So, yeah,
Okay.
a buckle bunny, badge bunny, a barrack bunny is a girl who fucks dudes in the
Yeah,
military.
yeah.
Stuff like
I
that.
thought those people were called obese. Oh, my bad. No, I'm sorry.
No, I like it. No, they're... yeah, and, like, a snow bunny is a girl who only fucks black dudes.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Right, it doesn't make any sense. But, like, the way I try to do the joke is I say, like, the buckle bunny, the barrack bunny, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, and a snow bunny is a girl who's letting her parents down or something like that.
That's a little iffy, though.
Yeah, it's a little iffy.
That's a little iffy.
I'm trying to come up with, like, a good way to do it without being, like, overtly racist.
It's hard to cut out the overt racism
Right.
and turn it into, like, dog whistles of racism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Because that's really what you want. You want the racist to know what you're
Yeah.
talking about, but you don't want the non-racist to know that you're being racist, you know? That's the art of the dog whistle.
Dude, what I love is I told like a version of that at Cellar Door last night. The only people who laughed are black dudes in the room. I guess they're the
God.
only ones who knew what a snow bunny
Yeah.
was. But then I was thinking like a dust bunny is what we should call girls who only fuck old dudes. Anyway,
That's it. I think that's a better punch
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know.
you're just saying she was 700 years old. It made me think of that.
Yeah. Well, what do you call someone that fucks comedians?
A stool bunny.
A
maybe?
stool bunny?
Yeah.
I like it. A mic bunny?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Depressed.
Depressed? There we go. Oh. Have you ever fucked a comedian? I've
No.
never fucked a comedian.
Yeah. So no, that was like a rule I kind of made early on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And I was like, you know what? I just don't think it's a good call. You know, we talked about this a little on the last podcast.
Oh, okay.
Don't want to overlap in topics, but like you just don't want to get your dick talked about on stage by anybody but you know?
I don't know. I feel like that would be maybe like a healing experience for me.
Yeah. A little
Like my
hot.
therapist has been telling me like you have to embrace the body you have,
Yeah.
not be ashamed of it, you know.
That's beautiful. That you can afford therapy.
And by therapist, I mean, you know, the homeless guy I gave $1 to
Yeah.
and then told my entire life story to
I mean,
to
Reddit body positivity.
Ready? Oh my god.
The-
Oh my god. I don't know if we could talk about this, but there's a comedian recently that I saw that had jokes about Reddit in their stand up. And I'm like,
Mm.
don't talk about fucking Reddit on
Yeah.
stage. Like that is the lamest thing you can do.
I agree. I tried to do a bit about it one time where I was talking about like R Gone Wild.
Yeah.
And I was like, it wasn't really talking about Reddit. I was just saying that like I go on there and just comment ridiculous things under like women posting gross pictures.
Yeah, I think I've heard this joke before.
Well, yeah, you were there the one time I
Oh,
did it.
yeah.
But you'd be like, just comment, be like, a little lopsided or something like that. Like, pretty much just, I guess, anti-body positivity now that I'm saying it out loud. But whatever.
Body
You learn cool
negativity.
stuff on Reddit though. Like
Yeah.
I found a new genre of porn I didn't know about. It's like reality TV porn. Have you ever seen this?
Whoa. What
So,
the fuck are you talking
It's
about?
like porn, kind of amateur, I guess, but not amateur. Like it's professionally made. Like
It's like Big Brother but with porn?
kind of, yeah.
Big Lover?
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
No, it's kind of like Jersey Shore, but like
Oh,
pornography.
but they just actually show them fucking or whatever.
right. So
Oh, okay, cool.
kind of like that. But like there's one that Playboy put out. I've only seen two. But
Okay.
I think that's enough to call it a genre. But there's one with like swingers, and so like they're hanging out, they're talking, and they're like getting to know each other. But these are like amateur couples. Like it's not like porn stars.
Okay.
Like they're just like a lot of regular sized dicks. And what I love about it is they'll still have like the cutaways like they do with like.
Oh, they
Jersey
like
Shore.
interview them?
Yeah, so like
Oh, hell yeah.
like in Jersey Shore where they're like,
Yeah.
I can't believe Jay Watt, like that thing. It's like that, but it's porn. And they're like, yeah, so I'm really starting to connect with people in the room. And then it'll be some guy be like, my wife sucked that guy's dick for a long time. he's like, oh, there was one where, like, you know, it's mixed couples or same race couples, all that stuff. But there was one where, like, this white chick, just like they were all banging in the bed. There was like 10 people banging in the bed. And then it was just down to this white chick, her husband, and this black dude. And the white dude was not getting a whole lot of attention.
Oh my God,
and he's
dude.
like, I was hoping to get a little bit more time. And he was like so focused on his wife that he didn't try to bang any of the other girls. So he was just like kind of laying there and then
Dude.
like accidentally became a cuck. And I was like, damn, that blows. Like you're on
That
this,
sucks.
you're on this show thinking you're gonna get hella pussy.
Yeah.
And your wife is just getting her back blown out by this giant dong.
That's awesome, though.
Oh yeah, I was so excited. I was like, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" Because like me and Jack watch reality TV sometime, and I'm like, "Oh, now there's reality TV porn."
Have you tried to get Jackie to watch this with you? Like, tell her it's a reality TV
no,
show?
I haven't.
That would be the move. No, probably wouldn't. This is probably why I don't have a girlfriend or whatever. 'Cause they'd be like, honey, come watch this new reality TV show.
Hey, whoa, what's going on
whoa.
here? Is
And
that
that's-
a penis?
Unless you're into it.
yeah,
Are you
unless
into it?
maybe.
Oh, no, what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh god, I thought this was
I
Bar
thought this was
Rescue. What the fuck?
Dude,
But-
that would be great. Bar Rescue? Dude, I would pay money to watch a porn parody of Bar
I
Rescue.
would love that.
Someone
Be like-
doing a John Taffer impression?
Hold on. Just be like, you're getting cum in the kitchen. You're gonna kill somebody with that cock. Oh god.
Shut it down!
Shut it down. Pull
Shut
it
it
out.
down.
Pull it out.
Pull it out!
That'll be his tag. Pull it out. But,
We're gonna watch from the car with the bar owners,
Oh, that's
and
disgusting.
then it's just John Taffer being like, "That chick has some big ass tits, doesn't she?"
I like how you ended with the question because that's totally how John Taffer
Yeah,
talks.
yeah.
He's like, we got to work through this, don't we?
We gotta work
Yeah.
through this, don't we?
We got to get these dicks off, don't we? But, dude, there was an episode of Bar Rescue where he found out they filmed a pornographic film in the bar, like to make extra money, and I tracked it down.
Where is it? Is it close?
No, not here. Like I didn't track the location out physically, but I found the film on the
Oh,
internet.
really?
Did a little deep. Well, it's not that hard to be honest. You just look up like what porn was filmed on Bar Rescue,
and then look up the name of it?
Yeah, but it was one of like those public humiliation ones where like some girls getting railed in a room of like 80 people.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's a very specific genre. If you ever make your way over to kink.com, you'll see a lot of that.
Kink.com.
Oh god, you're a novice.
Dude, I wish I had bought that username and then got to sell it to a porn company.
Yeah, that is a good one. But yeah. Oh, so I said the one reality. I didn't say the other one. The other one I just found today. And
this is hot off the press.
Yeah, this is hot off the press.
Okay,
I found
okay.
it on Reddit. But it's called Naked Attraction,
Okay.
right? And it's basically like a girl will stand in the middle of the room and they've got like 6 chambers or whatever. Then the bottom half of the chamber will lift up and you just see the dude naked from the waist down.
Oh, that is awesome.
And this is a TV show, right?
That is
Okay.
awesome.
No. What's awesome, first off, she got rid of the smallest dick immediately.
Oh my
and
God.
she's like, I just don't like his foreskin. And I was like, what? Like,
Oh, are they British too?
Yeah, they're all uncircumcised.
Oh,
Nobody's
hell,
circumcised over
yes,
there.
yes,
So
yes,
she's
yes,
like,
yes.
his foreskin's a little too long
But
for
it
me.
just the smallest dick though.
Right.
And she's
Oh.
trying to be like,
Immediately.
Yeah.
Here's the best part. One of the dudes was in a wheelchair. Okay, which you can clearly see because it opens it. Oh, we got traffic backed up.
we got traffic on the.
Traffic backed up on
We're on the-
695 Drive Time Podcast. But
Are we still on 695?
yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, so this one guy, hate to derail that bit, but we got to let the people know.
We got to let him know.
This guy, like, they're all naked from the waist down. This guy's in a wheelchair, so obviously you can see that. All right,
Yeah.
they of course don't lift up the partition quite as much for him, right? But he's in a wheelchair, and she's like, I'm actually classified as disabled, and she's like walking around like totally
Yeah.
normal. So I was like, are you really disabled, or is it like one of those like
Yeah.
I can't work because it gives me headaches kind of disabilities, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, I identify with that. This woman played it so perfectly because there's obviously 5 dudes who are standing up regular and then 1 dude in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
She gets down to it, narrows it down to the dude in the wheelchair and the guy whose dick is easily 4 inches longer than everybody else. This guy's got a fucking hog. He's sitting at like 8 soft.
Oh
right?
my God.
So she narrows it down to him and wheelchair guy. And you're like, who's she gonna pick?
Yeah.
And of course she goes with the guy with the giant
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
But the fact that she was like, I'm gonna keep the wheelchair guy around until the end.
Oh, that's the move.
But what's great is like she walks up and gets a closer look. She goes straight for the guy with the huge dick, and then we're sitting there acting like wheelchair guy's got a chance. And I was like, this is awesome.
We gotta remake that show, but it's instead of being like a 20-minute long show, it's 30 seconds long, and
Yeah.
the girl just picks the guy with the biggest dick.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Well, so that's how it starts, and then she gets it narrowed down to the two guys, and then she walks out naked, and she's like, "Look at me."
Really?
Yeah. And then the host is like some like random British chick, and she's like, "So what do you think of her breasts?" To the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
guy, and he's like, "They're nice." But like the guy, he's got a huge dog. He's like shredded tattoos, and the other guy's
my
like fucking
God.
emaciated in a wheelchair. And then they asked the guy with the huge dog, they're like, "Do you find this other guy attractive?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's good looking." And I was like, "Wow, you are really
What?
you were really inclusive with this TV show."
Oh my God.
So yeah, then she walks out naked. She's like, "I'm gonna go with this guy for he just seems nice." And I was
he
like,
seems nice.
"Okay."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Well, your next date, you have your clothes on." And I'm like, "This is backwards," but whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my new favorite TV show right now.
That's an awesome idea for a TV show.
Awesome, naked attraction.
Do they talk to them at all, or is it just just
No.
dogs?
They don't talk to them until like they're fully exposed, like all the way. So they start from the waist down. But there's 10 seasons.
There's 10 seasons.
I looked it up. I was like, I wonder how much of this, because I couldn't remember the name of it.
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
I might want to mention this on the pod. And I was like, yeah, there's 10 seasons of Naked
Dude.
Attraction. Also, I guess you could just show dongs on British TV.
You think so?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Maybe it's on like the HBO channel or
Yeah.
whatever, and it's one of those shows that like you can only air between like 1 and 3 in the morning or
Oh,
whatever.
true.
But my question is like, is anyone hard during it, or is it just
No,
soft?
they're hanging soft.
Soft the whole time.
Yeah, so I would not make it far. But
Yeah, I mean because. You
also,
know.
the guy in the wheelchair sitting down is not the best angle to look at somebody's dick.
Oh,
so
but
they
who
made him
let
like
him on the
dude,
show?
All right, look, I wasn't fixated on it too much, but they're like, spread your legs so she can get a better look, and his balls like sadly plop between his legs, and then his dick like kind of drags in between.
Oh my
so it's
God.
hanging down, and I was like, why? Why did you make this woman kick off a guy with a wheelchair? And they're like, he can technically walk, but he has a degenerative disease. And I was like, and he's like, they're like, everything still works, right? And he gives like a thumbs up under the part they shit. And I
He
was
should have like made it. He should have wagged his cock or something like that. That would have been
like,
hilarious.
but I was like so excited that this show existed. Like it wasn't even like it was honestly to the point where there was nothing sexual about it. I was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
you just
fact that
wanted to see what
somebody-
happened.
Oh my God, it was awesome. I was fixated. I watched it for like 20 minutes because like the first 20 minutes she's like picking out the dudes, and I was like, this is great. Like this is peak television. But yeah.
we gotta get more of that.
Yeah, we definitely don't have
You know what
anything
we
like
should
that
do
in
is we
America.
should do our own version of Naked Attraction, but it's just us two in the chambers every single time.
Yeah.
So they have to pick between us two or whatever.
See, the fear would be is one of us.
And we'll switch off who's in the wheelchair, who's not.
All right, bro, it's your time. Come on.
I'll get like one of those hats they give to like cancer patients so you can't tell they're going bald or whatever.
Right,
Just
right.
sitting there like everything still works.
I still got it. You
Oh,
like
we're a British.
try
We're
to
a
do, like-
British show, ain't it?
try to do like a little thrust, and the wheelchair
Yeah,
just tips
yeah.
over, and you're crawling across the ground. Come here, baby.
No, I'm so fat. I need like you know how those trucks have like 2 wheels on them.
Yeah.
I have a double wheeled wheelchair or whatever.
It's a dually.
It's a dually. So I can go off road. It's not because I'm fat.
Oh my God.
So I can off road wheel.
But yeah, I know. I was like, damn, you're making them go in soft. Like none of them were over like 3 or 4 inches soft, except for this one dude who was just hanging.
That's awesome.
Like I've
I mean,
seen,
that's the best.
Yeah.
That's the best life.
I would say, you know, and she was like, oh, she's like, he has tattoos. That's kind of intimidating. That's the first thing she said when she walks up to this guy. She's like, he has tattoos. And then the host goes, he's got the biggest dong in the world. And you're talking about his tattoos.
The host says it. The
Yeah.
host admits
Oh my
it?
God, it's great. I
That's
can't
awesome.
recommend it enough.
That's awesome. That's
I-
awesome.
I cannot recommend this program enough.
Okay, I'm definitely watching it when I get
Oh,
home.
shit,
Naked
I took the
Attraction.
wrong one.
Did you really?
Fuck. Drive Time Podcast, first
Real
driving
thing.
mistake.
Well, just cut over it. No.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's wait for it to reroute, see how much I fucked up by. 1 minute. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Is it trying to get you to do a U-turn or anything?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, well, then we're good. We lost a
We're
minute.
good. Look, hey,
lost a minute.
mixing it up with the Drive Time Podcast.
Yeah, we go off-road.
Yeah, we forge our own path,
We
just
forge-
like with this style of podcast. We are forging our way.
If we find out anybody in the Baltimore comedy scene starts doing a podcast while they're driving,
Yeah.
we have to like hire the mafia to kill them.
Yeah, we need to lawyer up. There's a couple lawyer comedians who also look. I'm gonna be honest. Fuck that. If you are a lawyer,
Yeah,
or
you don't
like,
get to be a comedian.
like Mike Pilata's a great comedian, but he's also an engineer.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't need this.
Well, I'm a software developer.
Yeah, true. You're making money now. It's kind of making me resent you.
I'm trying to make a little bit of money.
Yeah,
But it
true.
can be hard sometimes where it's like, you know, do I follow my dreams or do I just
Oh no, that's
make
definitely,
tons of money?
That's
No,
definitely
I'm
a
just
line.
kidding.
A line I've been walking for sure. Also, stop crackling that damn water bottle, Parker. This
I'm
is
sorry,
an-
I have ADHD.
Oh, well, fucking tune down the H, okay? Because this is an audio experience for our listeners, and you're going crackle, crackle, crackle.
It's not getting picked up at all.
Oh, bro, these mics.
They pick up.
I don't know.
Maybe I need to bring a microphone around so it picks up.
Yeah,
Oh.
true.
Well, I had something I was going to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, I was thinking about how would you feel about a comedy show? I don't know where we do this.
On board already.
Okay. How would you feel about a comedy show and it's just instead of being like clean comedy, it's the opposite. It's where you like I don't know, it'd have to be like once a month and you just tell the dirtiest, most fucked up jokes you can.
I feel like it would be good for the first two comics, right? And then people by the end would be like, all right, Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah.
and also,
I
you're
don't
going to
know.
get, like, some comedians that just say, like, gross stuff. Like, I don't want to put any on blast, but Chaz Riddle is the name that comes to mind. That man.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, I hope he's still alive.
Yeah. I think he is.
But he's a comic from the Second Chance days, and he would just say the craziest shit. He would like, I gotta give it to him. He would have like new material every week. He would read the news, and then he'd be like, "Ooh, plane went down in Malaysia.
Yeah.
You think anybody was fucking?" And you're like, "What?" like okay, like I guess that's fine.
Well, he's like a legitimate actor too. Like I think he makes his money from acting
Yeah,
as like cops and like random stuff. And he's been on some pretty big shows too. Like with speaking parts and it's like, okay,
maybe we should do that.
we should quit comedy. We should become actors.
I feel like there's more competition in acting than there is stand
Yeah,
up.
probably. Well, there's more prestige.
Although here's the thing, obviously there's a shit ton of open mic comics, right?
Yeah.
How many of these people view it as a hobby versus something they're looking for long-term potential? What do you think?
I don't know.
Like, I think most comics think they could make it, but how many are like, that's my goal, is to blow up?
Well, I go back and forth on like thinking I can make it versus like this is just a hobby too. You know,
It's not like whether or not you think you could make it. It's like whether or not that's your goal.
Yeah.
Like, if you're like,
Well, it has to be your goal. I
Yeah.
think it has to be your goal
Right.
in some capacity, or else you wouldn't like do it. Like comedy is fun on the book shows.
right.
So unless you're getting booked as much as me and you are, which is
Yeah.
so often, obviously, no availability if anybody wants to book us on
Yeah,
a show.
don't even
obviously.
think about
Don't
it.
even think of.
we got
paying
a
us.
couple lined up, right?
Oh.
You said you
Oh
got.
yeah, I have like 6 book shows coming up,
Yeah, I
which
have.
is the most I've ever had. I think.
I think I have either 5 or 6. Yeah, I have one this week. Then I have one's that February. So I'm hosting for Steve and them on the 2nd, and then I have a show on the one with you on the 17th. Parker and
Yeah.
I, if anybody's listening, I know you want us to hear us rattle off all our show dates, but on February 17th in Havre de Grace,
Havre de Grace,
at Battery Island Brewing.
birthplace of Tom Myers.
Yeah. If you guys don't know Tom Myers, you gotta know Tom
And
Myers.
he's recording an album soon. And I think we should
Is
go.
he really?
I can't remember if he's recording an album or he's just doing a show.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
one
either
of-
way,
one
I
of
think
those
he's like
two things.
headlining a show, and I definitely want to go to that. I
yeah,
think it'd be fun.
we should do that for sure. But speaking of headlining
Oh.
a show, that's what I was
Yeah,
getting to.
I'm sorry, I'm
On
stepping on.
On
the
February
plug.
17th, Parker is headlining at Battery Island.
Ha 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 ha! Headlining.
And they were like, "Hey Al, Parker's headlining. You want to hop on?" I was like, "Of course." So I'm featuring.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know who's
we're the
hosting.
tag team duo,
Yeah,
baby.
we're 2/3 of the Breakfast Boys. We're the 2/3 that still does
I'm
stand
the
up.
Joker, baby. Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Caleb still does it sometimes.
Yeah,
I guess.
Well, yeah, he's got a show. He just posted about it today. He's doing
Yeah.
Church of Satire, I think.
Which is awesome. Good for. I mean, you know, we love Caleb.
Yeah.
He's one of the original Breakfast Boys.
Yeah, I mean, well,
But we got to make it like the Wu-Tang Clan, where like everybody knows someone that's a Breakfast Boy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you even mention the Wu-Tang Clan in like the New York to DC area,
people like, yeah, I know.
oh
Ghostface.
yeah, my cousin's in the Wu-Tang. No, they'll be like, my cousin Bumblebee, he's in the Wu-Tang Clan. It's like, I'm talking about original members, motherfucker. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about, the people who got their Wu-Tang badge at Boy Scouts.
Yeah, we're not talking about the people who like are the Wu-Tang Clan that you can fuck with.
Very true.
The original unfuckwitables. Who do you think is the best in the Wu-Tang Clan?
Probably Method Man.
Yeah, he has the best voice lyric combo,
Yes.
I think.
And he did all that shit with Redman that was
Yeah.
super popular.
METHOD, man.
But a lot of people say Jizza. A lot of people think Liquid Swords is like the best album made by a member of the Wu-Tang Clan. But that's the thing I like. They're all fucking good. Ghostface is awesome.
Well, and doesn't the RZA have his own philosophy? I think he has a book called The Tao of Wu.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because I took a philosophy class at college because I had
Did you all
to.
study the RZA?
No, but he brought it up. My teacher was cool as fuck. I literally did not hand in a single assignment the whole time. And then after the semester was over, I obviously had an F because I didn't hand it in again.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, I went through a breakup. And he's like, I was just sad. And he's like, damn, I'm sorry to hear that. You can hand in anything you want, and I'll give you, like, regular credit for it.
Oh, my God. So
Yeah,
you just did,
it's
like,
community
a whole class of coursework?
Well, so
and,
I
like-
did one and then gave up. And he's like, I'll still give you a D. And I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Dude, he would drive. I don't know if you're going to.
But you went to class, you just didn't do any of the coursework?
Yeah, I was just hanging out. I was I had just gone through a breakup, like I said. So
Yeah.
shit. Got a minivan with a dent in the back cutting me
Minivan.
off. It's a Pontiac.
They're cutting
what is that,
it
a
off.
Pontiac Relay? That's a stupid name for
That
a
is a
fucking van.
stupid name. Where's the other Pontiac that you're going to hand off something to?
Yeah, I'm about to shove
A
my baton up his
baton.
fucking ass over here.
Oh, this fucking
Fucking gabagool.
Pontiac.
But good news is I think it's taken me a different way than I went.
Last time?
Yeah, because I, for the listeners at home, I accidentally drove to this mic when I was supposed to drive to another one. They were like 10 minutes away from each other. It wasn't like a huge deal. But on Sunday, so fortunately, I already know where this one is. And there's free parking behind it, which is nice.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome.
Because there's not normally free parking.
We love the free parking.
Well, fortunately, comedy happens late enough to where like a lot of spots roll
Yes.
over to free.
Yes,
You know?
that's true. And I don't know about you, but I like working in the city. I now can actually parallel park somewhat. Like
Yeah.
before, I worked in the city, I could not parallel park at all. And just like
Dude, it's hard.
it's not easy.
Oh.
And I think the harder part is just judging what spots you can get into.
Yeah,
you know?
also just judging how long your car is.
Yeah.
But, well, because Jackie went to school in Philadelphia for a little bit, so she's real good at parallel
Oh,
parking.
really?
Yeah, she's like just a super talent at parallel parking, whereas I am not. I've gotten better though, driving down to Baltimore and stuff. Well, there was that one time you remember I had to do that crazy tight parallel parking when we went to do karaoke.
Yeah.
And you like had to help me shimmy in for like 15 minutes. You were just guiding me. You're like a little bit more. You got 2 inches.
But you made it. You
Yeah.
did it.
Oh, yeah.
How's that? How's Jackie's new job going?
It's all right. It's all right. I don't want to get too much into the
Oh,
details.
okay.
Of that.
Yeah,
on the pod.
let's not do that.
But yeah, going.
Theoretically, how's Jackie's? no.
It's
no,
good.
I'm just kidding, I'm
It's
just
good.
kidding.
I'll say it's good. We can discuss more of that off the
Is that
pod.
it? Wait, is that a 2-level McDonald's?
Damn. Yeah. What
Dude.
the fuck?
They got the McDouble.
We out here in I guess Alexandria. Or I don't know where we are.
Is that
exactly.
where we are?
We're around Alexandria / Arlington. There's like a weird middle area. I think we're kind of in between them right now. I also am not very good with directions, so. Whoop, slippity doo, slipping on in.
All right, I'm gonna let you look at the directions because.
Oh, chill.
Someone just fucking honk at us?
Yeah, we're doing a podcast.
We're doing a fucking podcast, you fucking
Christ's
gum.
sake.
These
Ignorant.
fucking dude.
Gabagool.
Why is it that like an Italian accent is the best
Oh, so
way
good.
to like get
Yeah.
mad at people while you're driving?
I actually think I have 0 Italian blood in me,
Yeah.
so I don't know why I slip into it.
Oh, it's so weird. You're just like you fucking jamook.
You fucking gabagool.
And you never know which Italian words are mean like idiot and which ones are racial slurs.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
What's the slur for what group of people?
Just you
think-
caffeinity, and it's like,
I think I just called that Asian guy the N-word in Italian. Like, you're like, what?
oh god, that's dude. The first time I heard what a Negroni was, I was like, you can't say that.
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, what?
You said, what about that man's niece? What about his niece? They ashy? No.
Now you're pushing it.
Now I am.
you're
I am
pushing it.
pushing it. I am pushing it.
Well,
We have fun. We have fun.
Yeah, we might get through a no-edit podcast
Oh
if our
my
camera
God.
here. Which,
So I was reading Mein Kampf the other. No,
Oh,
no, no.
God,
Oh,
what a-
damn it! We ruined it.
what a classic.
Uh,
Oh, Christ. There's some fucking, watch out, there's a fire truck up
There's
here.
a fucking
Or maybe-
fire traduce.
Did
uh,
that one car just move to avoid the ambulance that's on, oh no, that's an ambulance. That's on the other side of the road?
I think
Are
so.
they going to come down this road? What the fuck is
They
going on?
can't come down this road. That's not how roads work.
Well, if they were doing a British podcast, they'd be able to.
I got so pissed off the other day. I was driving in the city, and an ambulance was behind me. So I like pulled over to let the ambulance by,
Right.
and a car kept
Passed you.
going in front of me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's frustrating. Although every time, you guys could probably hear it on the pod. Yeah.
And I
How's that
embellished
for
a
an
little bit.
immersive
Yeah,
podcast
yeah, yeah.
experience? But yeah, no. I mean, every time like I get passed by like a police officer or something, I'm like, what if I just like followed him? Like, what if I just went?
Right behind him.
Oh yeah, just snuck on by. Well, oh shit, God, taking the turn a little tight,
Yeah,
dumbass.
taking it-
Jesus Christ.
Dude, what a the
None of this
fuck?
Mazda on Mazda violence. Christ's sake. But
Vroom vroom.
one
Yeah.
time a guy did that to me. He passed me, but then he pulled over to let me pass because he felt bad.
Oh really?
I was like, that's real. Photo enforced. Christ. Oh man, we could get a picture
45
for the
though.
podcast,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, a $250 picture for the
Some
podcast.
of them are like 75. We should honestly, I don't know how we'd figure out which one's cheaper and just run it and like have us with the microphones in
yeah,
the picture.
yeah. Oh, that would be the best.
That
the
would be
best.
so
the best
good.
one. The ones going into the city though are only $40,
That's
and
not
there are
bad.
times where you're just like, "Fuck it, I'm taking my chances."
Yeah.
Also, why does it smell like weed in the tunnel? You feel like this would be the one place.
Yeah, we're going through a tunnel. If you guys
Wait.
can't hear us real good, that's why.
Oh God.
Turn on headlights. Already on, baby. It's nighttime.
Yeah, they're already on. Why are you telling me to do stuff I'm already doing?
Why do we got to turn on the headlights in the tunnel?
Yeah, there's lights in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Is it in case the lights go out?
Could be.
I feel like if the lights go out, we're already fucked.
Yeah, we are screwed. I saw this video where like a Tesla powered down in a tunnel and like just like merged over because when the Teslas run out of juice or whatever, they just like automatically merge over to the side.
Oh, really?
And
Did
somebody-
you just ram into the side of the tunnel?
No, it was like pulling over safely, but then somebody rear-ended it, and then like 7 more cars rear-ended that car, and everybody's like, the fucking Tesla. I'm like, yeah, or maybe don't rear-end somebody. Like you were going like 30 over.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you're going
yeah,
way
yeah.
faster than
yeah,
everybody else.
yeah, yeah. Dude, the Tesla downfall has been like one of the craziest things.
Yeah,
It went from a year ago, everyone was on Tesla's dick,
yeah.
to now everybody hates Elon Musk.
They're like, God damn it. They're like, what if it runs over
got
a
it,
kid?
you got
Hang
it.
on. Whoop.
It's like, oh, regular cars never run over kids.
Yeah, they probably do it a lot more.
They probably do it a lot more. And, I mean, also, there are too many kids. There are too many people.
Send them out.
People say they're the future, but they're too much of the fucking present, okay? All right? All right,
That's
dog?
awesome. Well, good news. None of them listen to this podcast.
Dude, I had it happen. This is maybe a month ago. I was in a bar hanging out with some people at a
Nice.
bar.
Right.
And me and my friends were talking, and we weren't like being loud, but we were, we were making jokes and like
Being
we
a
were even
little
joking
rambunctious.
we were even joking with the bartender. He was like a really cool guy.
Yeah, having a
And
time.
some parent comes up to me, and he goes, my young kids here. Do you guys mind not swearing?"
Now, what time of day is this, Parker?
This is like 7:30 at night.
Weeknight or weekend?
Weekend, Friday,
Mm,
Friday
all
night.
right, all right. Yeah, the parents know that there's going to
At
be a crowd.
bar.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about this? In Pennsylvania, your kid can sit at the bar.
I don't like it. As a
don't like it.
bartender, I always hated when kids came
Well,
up to the
they're
bar.
taking a spot that somebody who's
Yeah.
buying stuff that costs more than a chocolate milk does, you know.
And also, kids will have no shame. They'll be like, "Can I get a Shirley Temple
Can I
with
get a Negroni?
with 8?"
Whoa!
Whoa, kid! You don't know what you're saying over here. When I worked as a bartender, I mean, when kids that had the confidence to come up to the bar
Right.
would be like, "Can I get a Shirley Temple with 10 cherries in it?" And you're like, "I have to make this kid this fucking drink,
Yeah.
because and it's like, there go all my fucking cherries. There go my cherries.
Oh God, kids.
I hate kids.
Fucking wanting Shirley Temples and stuff. I've only ever had a Shirley Temple once in my life.
Dude, a vodka Shirley Temple is a fucking awesome drink, though.
Really, the only time I had one, I was at this, I think it was a bar in Annapolis, and I was like 16, because I was seeing famous surf guitarist Dick Dale.
Oh, love some Dick Dale.
Yeah, he. Oh, God,
Dude,
Dude, I was so disheartened when I grew up and realized that the Black Eyed Peas did not come up with that instrumental for their hit song "Pump It."
Pump it. Light up. Pump it. Dude, the Black Eyed Peas, I mean,
What an okay group.
the P should have listened.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but what did the P do?
Yeah. No,
What was
no,
the
no.
P wearing?
Oh my God. God, we might have to edit this one a little bit.
No,
no,
it's
no,
all right.
No,
We're
no,
sticking
we're
to
good.
it.
We're
We-
good.
we said-
We're comedians. We're
Yeah.
sticking to our
This
artistic.
Is a character.
This is a character. That's right. We're
Yeah.
not sticking to our artistic integrity. We're playing a character. We're making fun of people
Yeah.
that talk like this. But you're at Dick Dale Miserloo.
Yeah, and I ordered myself a Shirley Temple just to feel classy, to feel myself. And
How'd it go?
I was definitely the youngest person there by
Okay.
about 60 years outside of my mother. It was definitely a great. He played the Star Spangled Banner. Everybody
What?
everybody stood up except for me. I was like, oh.
Did he play it on the electric guitar?
Yeah.
Oh,
This was the exit I was telling you about.
Jesus Christ! Holy shit!
The Drive Time
Shit's
Podcast.
getting real on the Drive Time
Fucking
Podcast.
Fast and Furious, baby.
We're totally gonna die on one of these.
Yeah, probably. But God, what a way to go out.
We
Our
got-
podcast would be legendary.
We have to make it so that, like, after we record it, it automatically goes out,
Yeah.
like, an hour after.
Yeah.
Like, we need, like, a kill switch or something like that for the podcast. Or a black box.
Hell yeah. I love that. A black box.
Why don't they make the whole airplane out of the black box?
That's true. That's fucking dumb.
That's not mine. That's like I was making fun of, like, that's like a known comedy
Oh,
joke, you know?
No, I haven't heard that. I guess I'm not,
Why
as,
don't they
not as in
make-
deep.
So that's dude, someone legitimately did an so that's a thing joke the other
Ugh.
day, and I was like,
Ugh.
have you not paid attention to anybody that makes fun of comedians?
So I feel like that's just like a modernized version of Jay Leno.
What? Have you seen this?
You
Have
hear
heard
about this thing?
You hear about this thing?
Oh, just so you know, this place is across from a strip club with the exact same name.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's
You want
like-
to go? You want to just say fuck comedy? Let's go to the strip
Yeah, get my
club.
bachelor party out of the way now. On the way to an open
Can
mic.
you play some Black Eyed Peas, please?
I'm a bee. I'm a bee. I'm a bee. I'm a bee. Dude, so many people like that song. I was like, that song
Yeah.
and Boom Boom Power, two of the worst fucking songs.
They get that boom, boom, pow.
I'm a bee. I'm a bee. I'm a
Well,
bee.
dude, 'cause
I'm a
Pump-
beat, beat,
Pump
beat,
It-
beat.
Legit banger, and let's get it started in here.
Yeah, which we can't say the original.
we can't
title
say
of.
the original title.
It was the R word, which nobody seems to remember, but
Yeah.
real facts. Yeah, there's a gentleman's club right there.
Oh,
Crystal City, which is a great name for a strip club.
Oh yeah, I mean, all the women are named Crystal,
Love
and
that.
there's so many different ways you can spell Crystal
Yeah,
too.
with a K, with a
K
C.
with various inclusions of H's
Yeah.
at different parts.
Throw some L's around.
Yeah, one L at the end or two L's.
Yeah.
You know.
Scrounge up some parking here. Oh, parking spot. Hot damn. All right, cool. All right, guys, we are
Yeah,
parking,
that's it.
and so with the conclusion of our drive
That's
comes
it.
the conclusion of the podcast. So, hold on. I'm going to keep talking while I'm backing in just to flex my backing prowess.
Well, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you all for listening.
Yes.
If you made it this far, there'll be more. We're hoping to do these weekly. It might not be an exact weekly schedule because, you know, we both have other things to do. But hopefully it'll be weekly, and hopefully we can grow the podcast.
Yeah.
So tell your friends.
For sure. And check out Naked Attraction. It's the greatest
Naked
TV show of all
Attraction.
time.
All right. You all have a good one. Peace.
Peace.